Good evening, Starfleet. Yes, I know it's early. If you'd like to come on and chat and have a discussion about anything, send me a message. I'll add you right now. Anybody wants to chat? So, a few things. We are just about ready to start beta testing uh, uh, the database. Been in contact with Tony Knops. He's just fixing up some PayPal issues. So, we should start being able to beta test that. Um, and we should be done there. Uh, should be getting a quote back on the patches. If you don't know, let's see here. So this is one of the patches that was approved, and then the other one is the uh, upper right. So those are the two patches that was approved, and we're going to go forward with. Well, I'm holding up pretty good. Um, it's been a long time. I'll just say it like that. Been a heck of a last 30 days. So, uh, Antonio, if you're not busy, why don't you come on? Yes. Make sure. Cass, I'm not sure who that is, but make sure before we start the data migration from the old database to the new database, make sure you guys go in there and copy your file, your entire record, just in case something happens and we lose some of our information. Hopefully we won't, but I mean, there's always something that could possibly do it. Um, just make sure you're prepared. Okay. Let's see. If you're here right now and I can't see your name, go to streamyard.com/Facebook and give permission so we can see who you are. And like I said, if you want to come on and chat, I know it's early. Uh, everybody's welcome to come on. See if I can get. I'm going to try to get Aaron Davies for Region 13. A lot of you know, for health and safety reasons, I had to cancel the 2022 in-person in-person conference in Tallahassee, Florida again. With the Omicron variant and the Delta variant, it's not really worth going to. It's not really worth going to an event and people getting sick, and then it's not really worth. Starfleet's not worth that. So this year we will be having a virtual international conference, and Aaron Davies out of Region 13 will be will be heading that up. Let's see, Antonio, and I was going to say Antonio Banderas. Hot no, Antonio D'Angelo should be on in just a few moments. Uh, so we'll bring her on. Good evening, Jason, Donnie, Justin. Congratulations to the USS Star Kraken on 1 year commissioned. That is great. So like I said, if you want to chat, come on in. This is a little earlier tonight. So far, we're sitting at 34 people, which is a really good number. I might try to do one of these at least earlier in the night, just to get people involved a little more. Stellar Parada Sector. Hello, Jill. Good to see you. Keep that CO of yours in check. I know she likes to get out there and get her hands and stuff. Hello from the Nomad. Glenn McNeely from the USS Constellation, my chapter. Good to see you, sir. What are you doing, my old friend?
Oh, I was actually just taking a break from my project and watching some Star Trek. Teen
Really?
Oldies. Yeah, the Mary episode, season 1, episode I think 8.
So we're all dying to know, how do you like your new place up there, up damn near to the top of the country?
It's cold. No.
I bet it is.
It's nice. It's not my like my fantasy home, but it's a place to live, and I've been a nomad almost my entire life, so I got some homesteading learning curves I got to learn through. But it's beautiful. I got a pond. I got a nice little creek that looks like a river. So,
How much acreage did it come with it?
just over 9 acres.
Woo!
Yeah.
See, hey, look now, guys. If we could talk him into doing it, he can make an airsoft field, battleground up there. That'd be a hell of a thing. Get trained by a former U.S. Marine.
Well, I was thinking about having some kind of loud challenges up here in the future if things ever get back to
Normal.
some kind of form of normal.
Yeah. Tell me about it. I don't know. I'm just like, I don't think normal is going to be in the cards probably for the next several years.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever going to get back to normal. This is the new norm.
No.
I hate to
But
say it, but
again, guys, if you'd like to chat with us, come on in. Send me a message or send Antonio a message. He can forward the invite to you as well. Then we can get you in.
yep. Let me grab my phones. In hindsight, however, back in more realities, there, was next year or something like that in 1900.
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now.
Okay. I think my mic was just partially muted for some reason.
Well, Fred Flintstein, I think it is. I'm sorry. Good to see you. Are you a part of Starfleet International, or did you just find us online? So, uh, beginning of my third year. Time flies when you're having fun. uh, Somebody the other day asked me how I felt with my term coming close to an end. Uh, I said I'm kind of excited and then kind of sad at the same time. We did a lot of good stuff in SFI. Oh my God, he has hair. Dude, I've never seen you with hair. I just lost all train of thought. What the hell?
Excited and then kind of sad.
Wow.
We did a lot of good stuff.
But yeah, so somebody's got a screen open that they need to close.
Oh my God, he has hair. Dude, I've never seen you with hair. I just lost all train of thought. Excited and kind of sad.
Wow.
We did a lot of good stuff.
But yeah, so Stephen, do you have a screen open where you're also viewing it?
We all got them winter beards going.
I know. Mine's getting ready to have to go by the way. But no, so beginning of my third year, everybody's like, are you excited? Are you sad? I'm a little bit excited and a little bit sad because we've done a lot of good things. A lot of people that supported me. I'm tremendously happy. There's a lot of people that didn't really think I would survive past a few months. And I will be the only elected CS, correct me if I'm wrong, Stephen, the only elected CS since Wayne Kellall that's actually finished his term. Is that correct?
I think that's right.
So that's almost what, close to a decade.
Yeah.
So that's one milestone. And the other milestone is being the only commander of Starfleet to preside over a pandemic. Definitely not something I ever seen myself doing. Yeah, it guys, it's been a wild ride. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a wild ride.
We were on the face of extinction too when you took office. Now we're pretty going smooth sailing, almost not smooth sailing, just some rough riders, but
Well, we are a lot better. We are a lot better off than we was when my administration took office. Oh, Steven, you're gonna get in trouble because you got her on camera. But no, I think we're a lot better off. Our membership total is sitting at 5,659 members and 236 chapters. Yeah, Greg, that is true. If it keeps going the next CS, reside over the pandemic. Yeah, sadly, it probably will be too. But I think that in the last 2 years, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we've had the most number of chapters launched in the last 2 years. Is that correct? That I've seen in a long time.
There's been a lot of them. I'm not sure what the exact number is, but yeah.
We went from having 225 chapters to 236. So I mean that's a big chunk in 2 years. Y'all get a jump on Beer Day, February 21st. Yeah. You were good during you were good during lockdown, Steve. So I've talked to a couple of the people that are running for Commander Starfleet. Not going to say who. Both good people. They've both expressed interest in me continuing the broadcast after dark and Ask Me Anything, and Icons will still continue, but it will not be like right now. This is no longer under the commander. This is no longer under the chief communications office. This is strictly something we are doing. The website is being built. You'll be able to go and watch the stream live. We're also looking at doing a podcast, and some people has put me in contact with how to get it put on iHeartRadio and another place to stream it. So we are still going to continue with the broadcast. We'll continue trying to have a good time. God willing, I should say. So yeah, everybody keeps sending me messages, asking me how the tornado went. So I'll say this: if you've never lived through a natural disaster like that, it is scary. You notice I kind of went quiet for a good 2.5 to 3 weeks after the tornado. I've been a fireman and rescue person for 17 years. I pulled people out of burning buildings. I pulled car wrecks where people were mangled. It affected me, but I was still able to function the next day and do my job. When you work as a volunteer rescue person, it's one thing, but when you work full time and the place you work at takes a direct hit, it is a little different. I found 2 of my dock people that worked for me on the docks. I found them and they were not alive. We helped find several others. I found the deputy jailer, Deputy Daniel. So I mean, it's a little different when all these people you see every day, you laugh, you giggle, you celebrate birthdays, you have a good time. And it's one thing. It's definitely harder. And then everybody's like, well, are you still not a deputy? I am still a deputy. Unfortunately, with COVID, tax money coming in was not allowing us to keep us at our force level that we were required by. So I went part-time so I can maintain my pension. and I work a couple days a month, if that. But that's why I went quiet and I went silent for a while, is because it really hit. It really hit hard. I had to reach out to a chaplain because I'm also with the Tennessee State Guard. You wouldn't tell with the beard, but I haven't been able to make a drill in a while. I got a drill in February, so this will have to be clean, smooth, and back into a uniform and a high and tight. But he came up from Nashville. He's the 4th Battalion's Tennessee State Guard chaplain. He came up and sat with me for a little while, and he checks on me daily. And it was hard. Funerals were harder, and then just the devastation. If you've ever seen a war movie about the war in Iraq, picture Kandahar, and this is what Mayfield looked like. I mean, I posted several pictures. I was in a 3-story house going up a flight of stairs, and I was on the top step of the 3rd story. And you look out, and I took a picture. There's no wall; it was all sucked out, and we're trying to get these people's personal belongings out. So it was hard. It's not something I would definitely want to repeat in the near future. I will say that. So, but yes, that's things have quieted down. The community is rebuilding. We still have FEMA on site. We still got the Kentucky National Guard's MP unit on site. So we're rebuilding. It'll take time. They're talking about 10 to 15 years before the community is back at what it was. The courthouse took a direct hit where the sheriff's office was. The jail was right there. It took a direct hit. The roof collapsed on the inmates. We had to get in there to help get them out. Evidence was strung all through Mayfield. So a lot of court cases are now being thrown out because it's tainted evidence. But I had just left when the tornado sirens went off at 5:30 p.m. and I was still at the office. I was still at work. Come out of my office, and we were walking down to the shelter area. Nobody took it seriously. Everybody thought, well, this is Mayfield. It could never happen here. But we start making our way back there, and people just sitting around, giggling, laughing, live streaming on Facebook, just having a good old time. And so they gave the all clear, and I went back, finished up my paperwork, and left. And I had headed home, and then it hit at 9:23 p.m. on December 10th. And I had got a call from my nephew who worked at our distribution center, which was a quarter mile away. And he said, Steve, Wagner is gone. It sucked the walls out. And the only thing that was holding up was 6 steel beams. The roof was still on, but the walls were gone. I said, are you kidding me? He said, no. He turned on and took me live video feed of it. He said, Maine took a direct hit. We had over 200 people at Maine that night. So I grabbed my gear. The wife came with me because she knew that I needed her there. I might not have come out and said it myself that I need you, because no man's ever going to admit to being weak and say, hey, I need this or I need you. But she knew in my eyes when I told her, I said, I'm going. And she knew in my eyes that she needed to be there. And we got there. It was a lot. It was completely gone. The roof collapsed completely in. One of the survivors was telling me that the concrete wall that we had going down the wax and fragrance area, it looked like water because it was just doing this all the way down. It was just a ripple effect. It looked like something from Star Trek. It was really off the wall. And so I'm suiting up and I'm walking in, and a guy that I know works in another department. He's also a former Marine. He's coming out with one shoe on and all. I mean, he looked like he went through hell and back. And I always busted his chops, and he looked at me and I said, Marine, I said, I believe you're going the wrong way. Where are you going? And I'll tell you what, he climbed in with me, one shoe, and we searched for over 12 hours, and he had one shoe on. One of my guys come in from back of the building where he was sucked out of the building and into the woods behind him. And he said only thing that was hurting was his rear end, the way he landed. I think it broke his butt bone. But other than that, I mean, we jumped in and we were out there, and it was hard. But well, good, or I should say, well, better. Let's get off the doom and gloom. But yes, thank you all for the calls and the texts. It meant a lot. I'm sorry I didn't get back with you guys because I was in my own little frame. I needed some time, and it was hard. So we'll just leave it at that. So, what happened to the SFI app that was talked about being in development? Tiffany, what SFI app are you talking about, hon? So, Steve, what's up with this? Like the whatever you want to call this.
Going through. Well, you know, I had never grown my hair and beard together.
I know.
If you recall back when you and I ran together, you know, I had a beard at that time.
Yep.
But I kept my head shaved. I said, you know what? I want to check out and see what it's like to have both. So,
are you planning on going to the R1 Summit?
Yes.
Okay, so let me
That's
tell
the
you.
plan.
So there is safety precautions in place. Me and the R1 RC has talked with the summit committeeman or committee chairman. There is going to be distancing. There'll be not gloves. There'll be mask and hand sanitizer. There will be protocols in sight that is in conjunction with the Tennessee law at the time. But for a lot of you that do not know, I ran once before. Very horrible running. And Steven Stott was my VCS. See, just to tell you, that's why I didn't run, because I had Stott as my VCS. Just saying. No, I'm kidding. But we actually, the first time I met Steven Stott was at the 2014 R1 Summit in Pigeon Forge. And I said, hey, I've got this idea, because I've talked to him before through Facebook and all this other stuff. I said, I've got this idea. I want to run for Commander Starfleet, and I want you to run with me. Just meet the man 5 minutes in person. He's like, sure, why not?
Yeah. Right. Well, if you recall, I was actually in the middle of a Region 1 election at that time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I had the idea of running for CS at the R1 Summit in 14. And I figured, why not be the best way to finish out my term as the last event that I will be doing publicly in SFI will be at the R1 Summit this year. So this, it will be I've only had 2 functions at CS in public. One was at the R2 Summit my first year, and my last public appearance as Commander Starfleet will be at the R1 RC Summit. Excuse me, R1 Summit. So if you want, and if you haven't done it yet, and if you'd like to, like I said, there will be safety protocols in place, but please, if you're an R1, come down to the summit and help celebrate them finally kicking me out of office, because it's coming.
I don't think that's what it's about.
Oh, look, it's our favorite person, Aaron Davies. So,
Aaron Davies has a Captain XO meeting in 19 minutes.
No, we supersede that. I'll send a message to your RC, because you got to talk about the IC. And
I got to talk about it to the captains, and then we have a regional meeting right after that.
Oh, anyway, so
having a great
everybody asking me about what we're doing this year, since I had to terminate the in-person IC. Captain Davies out of Region 13 will be heading up this year's virtual IC committee, and if you went to their R13 summit and see how that went off, I think we're in for a big treat.
Yeah, I have a lot more really talented people that have already stepped up to help with some really cool ideas. So we're going to do some stuff that's completely outside the box and different, but I promise it's going to be really entertaining. We're going to have a really strong emphasis this year on some of our auxiliary groups like Starfleet Medical, Pet Fleet, and, you know, of course, the Marines. I'm going to ask if they're up to the challenge, Special Ops to do a muster. I think that would be great. So yeah, we have a lot planned. It's gonna start on Friday night, and it's gonna end with Steve on Saturday at 8.
With me. Oh, this is new to me.
Well, you're just gonna say goodbye.
Goodbye. Good luck. See you on the next time.
I'll send you your script.
Oh, listen, I'm a man. We don't read scripts. We just kind of muddle our way through it.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, we're looking at we'll hopefully we'll have a nice turnout. I think, Antonio, what was it last year or the year before we had over 150? Was it 2020s?
Yeah, it was 2020s was the last time it was actually 2020. Yeah, 2020 of February, March. It was like May or something like that. And then that was everybody who had to close down. It was the very beginning of that year.
No, I'm talking about the virtual IC we had.
Oh, the virtual IC. Yeah, that was I'm sorry. That had to have been 2020. I think we tried the first virtual.
And it turned out to be a pretty good hit.
Yeah. With the exception of the drawings.
Yes. So this year, Aaron promises that there will be no more ding dong pictures drawn across the screen.
It's actually literally not going to be possible for that to happen.
Because if she does, we know who we get to hang out the yard arm and put her up captain's mast.
Yeah,
all right.
That's me. I take the fall if it goes sideways.
I'm just going to be texting her. I'm like, hey, I see a ding dong starting right now. You better end it. But stop it. So it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. And I do want to publicly thank the outgoing international virtual international committee. I want to thank them for their hard work and dedication, and I thank them for stepping up at the time. And I wish y'all farewells. And
well, don't say farewell. Some of them are working with me on this, so
well,
some of them are still working.
But they don't know how you are yet. I
think they're getting a feel for it already. But they're all the ones that I'm working with now are all like super knowledgeable and helpful, and I appreciate their experience and expertise. So
try sitting on an admiralty board meeting with this woman. Let me tell you, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I just say too many nice things to everyone.
No, you don't.
Yeah, she's super sweet. She brought pie and
oh no.
Nobody could eat it because it
first time you were on an AB meeting, I sat there and I think you started to lose you were literally starting to get pissed. I'm like, oh, this is really interesting. And James text me, who's the woman losing her shit? I'm like, that would be the VRC from 13. And I said, don't say nothing. I want to see what happens. Well, and she definitely got the board on their toes very quickly.
Well, without revealing what we were talking about, something came up that was very, very serious.
Yeah.
Bordering on, maybe Starfleet could get in trouble for it. And so I said something, and I said it passionately. As he said, I was a little bit maybe amped about it, but I said it passionately, and you know what? It got fixed. So, it was worth it.
Yes, it's worth getting schooled, and it was worth me watching, because look, when she was finally, I got to know her. I love her to death. She's sweet. I love having conversations with her. But when she was losing her shit, this was my reaction. Okay, let me tell you. It was serious. Like, I'm just sitting there like laughing. I had to turn the thing on mute. I'm just crying here. And
I had to take notes.
Yeah, and Antonio was taking notes that time, and it was just like, I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. Somebody else besides me. Woo! So, but she definitely has stepped out of the shadows, and she's become a big asset to SFI, and I look forward to see what she's got up her sleeve for the virtual IC.
Well, I have to tell you, most of the work and the creativity that's coming out of this isn't by me, it's by SFI members. So if there's anybody out there that wants to help, I have something for you to do.
Let me tell you, their Discord channel is live, like very lively. Like, I'll be sitting there at work and my phone's just vibrating multiple times. I'll look down, there's like 17 messages. I'm like, God dang, these people.
we're getting it rolling. Like I said, we have a lot of people on here, and it's going to be great. The creativity that I'm seeing coming out of this Discord channel is inspirational. I love it.
Well, that's good. I'm glad.
Anyway, I have to put my uniform on, so I got to go. Got to go to the meeting.
Yes, give my best to everybody in 13.
I will. Bye, guys. Thank you for having me.
Take care, Aaron.
So everybody's like, it's 4 o'clock here. This is not evening. This is afternoon. So everybody, this is my good friend and arch nemesis, J.L. Galloway. He's an ambassador on my ship, and he's also still the sitting commander of Fleet 31, another role-playing fleet. It needs a lot of help. Yes, it do. So, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to the end. I really am. No more board meetings for a while. No more emails I have to answer. No more. Seriously, what is this? I'm being threatened with a lawyer again. It's so funny. Not really. But I won't miss it. But I will say this: I will still be around in some capacity. One of the teams have asked me to stay on in a position, and I have agreed to it. So I won't be gone or out of sight, out of mind. I guess you could say, like some past CSs have. But I won't have the influence, and I won't be able to make policy. I'll just be yep, sounds good, boss. Yep, no problem, boss. Absolutely, boss. Whatever you want, boss. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking. Hopefully, the next team that comes in can continue the progress that I have started. Me and my administration has started, and hopefully everything runs smoothly from here on out. Taxes will stay on, will be kept up like they're supposed to. I just signed the tax documents for 2021. I signed them 2 days ago, so that's done and submitted. Our CPA is taking care of that for us. I do want to also give a public acknowledgement to Linda Olson and congratulate her on her retirement as Chief Financial Officer of Starfleet International after a decade in that position. That woman has gone through a lot of BS when it comes to taxes and paperwork, and she was always. I'd call her at 6 a.m. in the morning, or I'd call her at 11 o'clock at night and said, "Hey, I need a credit card for this. I need it now," and she would always be there. And she's going to be staying on as the quartermaster. So I know that CFO is a lot to deal with. So I thank her for her dedicated service to the fleet. And I hope she enjoys her retirement from CFO. And I hope her and Wade be able to spend some more time together where it's not looking at numbers and tax documents and books and everything else. So our new CFO is going to be Cindy Finkerbinder out of Region 17. She is our CPA. She's the one that helped us get our taxes squared away. Well, we did not have to pay one penny. Like, we had penalties into the thousands, and we did not have to pay one penny. She was able to get that all worked out through the federal IRS for us. So the Admiralty Board has voted unanimously across the board to install Cindy Finkenbinder as the current Chief Financial Officer. And I hope that the next term will seriously consider keeping her on, because she is a certified CPA, and hopefully we won't have any more issues, because I don't want to come out of retirement and have to fix taxes again in like 6 years, guys. Come on, please. Let's do it right. Because I'm going to be looking like Steven Stott in 3 years. I mean, I'm like, just glasses and fully gray. It's just not going well. Good evening, Lourdes, Paul, Fran, former Commander Starfleet there. Nice to see you. Yep. So I don't know. What do you guys think about the last 2 years? What could have been better?
I think Stars could have been better. That was my fault, though.
Oh, well, that's all right.
No, well, all the translations teams got busy, and of course, I didn't have an exact residence to direct things, to be able to direct things proficiently and sufficiently. So, but things are starting to wind down here. I'm starting to get things done, and I'd like to get a team together and do a couple more translations before the end of this term, and also hand down the keys to the director to somebody else more passionate about such things.
There you go. What about you, Stott? What do you think could have been better this term?
Well, hopefully, going forward, I would say from the IG perspective is just more interaction from the leadership across fleet in terms of trying to mitigate issues. Of course, from the IG perspective, once it gets to my lane, it gets pretty serious.
Yes, it does.
Yeah, so I always hope that the leaders, whether it be region, chapter, whatever, are heavily engaged in trying to take care of our members before it gets to you. Actually, but that's an ongoing thing. You're always going to have that challenge.
And he will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that I have kept this man extremely busy my last 2 years.
I've and to that end, I will say right now, if you go to the human resources site, I do have advertisement out there for a couple of positions for assistant IG if anybody's interested. We've unfortunately lost a couple of our quadrants. AIGs had to step down for different reasons. So I've got a couple of vacancies out there, but we have fun as a team. But the CS has kept us busy. We have earned our pay.
I remember January 1 of 2020 when I took office. I called him. I said, "I hope you're ready," because I said I got a big one for you, and it was I've definitely kept this poor man. I'm going to buy you a drink when I see you at Region 1 Summit,
and I will drink it.
Yes, sir. And also, I'm hoping to see a good contingent of 1st Brigade Marines at this summit, because this is your chance to do a coin inspection with the commander of Starfleet. And I can't confirm nor deny that hopefully if they're done by then, that if I catch you without a coin and if you have left a mark on the 1st Brigade or Region 1 in a hull and you are dedicated and you definitely stand out, I can't confirm nor deny. You may be leaving with a silver 25th Commander Starfleet specialized coin. So we'll have to see if they're done. Hopefully, I placed the order about a month ago, and they're still not done. But it is what it is. But I hope to see a big contingent of Marines there. I hope to see it. I hope to see a lot of people there because
I hope so. We've got looks like a good plan that's coming online for those that are in Region 1 that go. I normally every year I try to bring my Star Trek Attack Wing stuff and for our gaming session, so I'll have that there, and I've got a whole bunch of items I'll be putting forward in the auction.
good.
Speaking of inspections, as the commander said earlier, he said coin inspections, but however, there will be a uniform inspection on a certain Saturday morning, and a couple of certain people, including someone here in this group, will be conducting said uniform inspections.
And make sure you got your 1st Brigade coin. I have a baggie. So I got to send one of these coins off to. I got you one too, didn't I, Antonio?
If you did, I didn't get it.
No, because I still have it in the bag. See, it's right here.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it to you at Region 1 Summit.
All right. Along with that sticker that
yes,
my XO sent me.
Yes, I've got that. It's in my car. I kept it safe.
Hoorah.
Yes, and I might be asking questions to the Marines about different Star Trek. Different Star Trek questions. So make sure you're You're up and on point with that stuff. Hello, Sean. Good to see you guys, Chris. Alan from the USS Cucullin, the largest Starfleet chapter we have. Good to see you, sir. But I don't know. I'm ready. I'm excited. I got to stop by. I'm going to pick up Warren Price out of Western Tennessee. And if my wife's sons, if my stepsons are not here that weekend, my wife will be going with me. If they are here, she won't be going with me. But I'm hoping it'll be fun. I'm hoping to see what they have to do this year, because this is this is going to be fun. At least I'm looking forward to it. Well, I don't see any other questions. We have any other questions or anything from the audience? All right. Well, I would like to thank Colonel DeAngelis and is it Rear Admiral now? Stephen Stoddard, or is it still Commodore?
I'm Commodore still.
Oh, damn, I got to fix that. Commodore
No,
Stephen.
you don't. I'm fine.
Wait, when was your? Let me look when your last promotion.
No, see, don't see.
See, yeah, I can't.
See,
oh wait,
see.
because I've got God power. Hang on one second here. That's what it's called, God power. I don't know why.
Don't do it. I just got Commodore pips, man. Don't.
Dude, you're way past due.
No, I'm not. I haven't done anything worth getting promoted yet.
Really?
I'm a happy fleet guy serving loyally.
Oh.
I show up to work. I do my job.
Your promotion date was 2018, sir.
Well, that was good. I was awake that time. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We got to talk.
No, yeah. Come on, man.
Me and the executive
I'm
committee.
good.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming on. And who is running for next CS? I am not at liberty to say, but you'll find out sooner or later. But
Yeah,
always,
It's not me.
let me, as the IG announce, you cannot talk about who's running for the election before the official release date. Once that gets released, then all the talk can start. But up until then, we're prohibited from doing that. Just so you all know officially, and this is a change from last elections. Previously, the communications director, chief of comms, was the election coordinator, but we made a change last year that I, as the IG, am now the election coordinator.
God
So,
help us.
yes, may God have mercy on our souls. So, anyway, you're getting the official word from me that you can't talk about that until the release date. Once we announce the date, then names can fly and nominations can go, and we'll move forward with that.
Alan, sorry, sir. I have to sit out one term before I can run again.
Right. Yes, he can't do consecutive terms.
I mean, now unless the Admiralty Board wants to change the rules, I mean, I might consider it. Just saying. All right, guys. As always, live long and prosper. Have a great night.
Peace and long life.